Hey, what is going on, everyone? This is Kiodiekin, and welcome back to the channel today. We're going to discuss Best Buy just laid off 5,000 workers and will close more stores. So, this has been going on now for the past couple of weeks, and I honestly foresaw this happening actually a couple of weeks ago. I'm sorry, not a couple of weeks ago, but actually earlier on last year. So, currently with this store and its developing story, Best Buy is laying off 5,000 workers, closing more stores. And I know this actually started right after, I think it was the first COVID launch or the first wave when they initially closed everything and then they decided to open up again. But New York Times or New York CNN Business is reporting that Best Buy laid off 5,000 workers this month and is planning to close more stores this year as more consumers buy electronics online. The news comes at a time when big chains face growing competition from Amazon and other sites that sell items like TVs and laptops. Fry's Electronics said Wednesday that it would abruptly close all its stores overnight, ending nearly 4 decades in business. This is actually not true. I'll go into that a little bit later. Best Buy, BBY, expects 40% of its sales to come from online purchases this year, up from 19% 2 years ago. And the company said it needed to alter its workforce in response to this shift. CEO Corey Berry told analysts Thursday that starting earlier this month, Best Buy had been adjusting the mix of full-time and part-time employees in stores due to having too many full-time and not enough part-time employees. As a result of this reorganization, Best Buy laid off 5,000 employees, the majority of whom worked full-time. It also said it is adding approximately 2,000 new part-time positions. Best Buy has around 102,000 employees. So let's read down here. This is the first time Best Buy provided a specific number of job cuts, which was reported by the Wall Street Journal. And the company also said Thursday that it closed 20 of its big box stores in the past 2 years. So the truth is, what's really going on is Best Buy has really been dropping the ball in regards to the number of people they've hired, the type of quality of employee they've hired, and the lack of merchandise. A few years ago, I've been in Best Buy. I've done a few store walkarounds, really haven't posted anything here on the channel, but Best Buy has had a habit of hiring people who aren't really knowledgeable of a lot of tech stuff. A lot of employees who used to work there over the years have eventually left. They migrated to better jobs. This also happened with Radio Shack, which is why they went out of business years ago. But in regards to Best Buy, I can even tell you a number of stories where I walked into a store, I was looking for a computer, and I tried to show some of the reps certain things on how the computer would work or functions or features they could add in terms of turning on like the LED lights on some of the laptop computers. And they were completely clueless. And I even tried to show them and they didn't want to learn. And so things like that, when you're hiring employees who don't want to expand their knowledge of how things work, it affects the company's big bottom dollar. But more importantly, I know back in February of this year, February of last year, right when the COVID shutdowns were starting and then they opened up again, I was a little bothered because, or Best Buy, they wouldn't even let you walk in the store and get some water. They had an ordering system. You had to order and buy everything online, and then you had to wait outside the store. They wouldn't even open up a lemonade stand, so to say, outside the store. You know how some stores will at least have like a tent sale or something? And I'm driving by and I'm like, listen, I know you guys have a bottle of water in there. I know you have candy. I know you have other things in the store that I know that's there: batteries, TV remotes, candy, soda. And you're telling me I have to go online and order all this stuff for you to bring it out? I was like, this company's not going to last. I said, I understand everything that's going on with COVID, but you can't have a retail force like that. Try to make money, try to pay your rent and I'll pay all your bills, and everybody has to buy things online. So several months later, I think it was back in maybe June or May, this is why micro centers started to take off, because Micro Center was essential. So a lot of people, if you had a Micro Center near to you, they were open, and so you could go in and buy all your PC parts, buy everything you needed. Best Buy, they didn't have any printers. Target didn't have any printers. Walmart didn't have them. And so even a lot of employees at that time said, "Oh, you have to go to another store," or they were strongly encouraging people to buy online. That is no way to run a business, and you're not going to have a successful business by constantly telling people to either go to another store or buy something online. So the writing was on the wall several months ago. Give me 1 second here. I want to share this link to my channel. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, so you can't run a business, that way, in terms of having people go to other stores. Now, mind you, again, Micro Center is about 3 hours away from me. And so for me to make more trips to another store just to get my stuff that I wanted to buy at a retail level, they're just asking for it. And this was before there were really shipping problems, before stuff really wasn't coming into a store. They just halted all of their business. And so obviously this was back before the video card scare, or there's been a lack of electronics and shortage of microchips. Let's take a look at another article real quick. Best Buy announces 5,000 people laid off as online sales soar. Again, this is not a direct answer as online sales soar, because there are a lot of people still looking to buy at your brick and mortar. That's why Micro Center is doing really well right now. And I've had videos to prove where Micro Center's lines are out the door because everybody wants to get something without having to go online. So let's see what this website has to say. Best Buy announced Thursday it laid off 5,000 employees. I believe this actually happened 2 weeks ago because some other people that I know have said this has started to happen. And then, of course, there's always been a shortage at the stores. The tech retailer sales soared during COVID-19 pandemic as people purchase TVs. Let me see what's going on here. I'm going to see what's going on here in the chat. There we go. As people purchase TVs, computers, and other at-home technology, according to the Associated Press, from November to end of January, Best Buy online sales increased 89% compared to the same months a year ago. Well, that's going to happen if you don't have merchandise there and you don't restock. My mom, my family, a number of people that I know, and then, of course, people who were required to work at home had to buy personal printers, and none of the stores had them. And we kept going to the stores, the Staples, the Best Buy, the Targets, the Walmarts. None of them had printers, and that's just in that one particular category. I could also tell you Wi-Fi extenders and Wi-Fi rangers for the homes. They've also had to increase in sales too. But this whole thing where people are exclusively buying online is a huge cop-out. They just refuse to ship merchandise to the stores. And so this is probably just their way of, calming people down, letting you know that they're not having any problems. But I could tell you Best Buy is struggling right now. And like I said, if I couldn't walk into the store or I had to order candy online or a bottle of water, that's not the way to run business. Let me show you this video really quickly. This is a video I took a few weeks ago. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Yeah, so this is a video I took a few weeks ago, and normally I peruse Best Buy maybe 2 or 3 times a week. I always like to see what's going on, if they got anything new there. But this section here of the store is really deplorable. This is normally where they keep all their video cards, all of their storage devices. This is how you typically tell if they're getting anything new in. At the time, I think it was back in May or June of last year, I was also looking at getting I was looking at, what was I planning on buying? I was looking at getting a new Onkyo receiver. I was looking for a 7.2 Dolby surround sound, or I'm sorry, Atmos system. They said they weren't going to get any more in. That's about $700. They just refuse to get new product in the store, but yet they're telling people as online sales soar, we are laying off. That is not the case, and that is the story Best Buy is trying to sell everybody. They refuse to get more product. They refuse to get more Onkyo receivers and other product there, and said you had to order it online. And even in most cases, you couldn't get it online. So this is normally where I get my SSDs, my other computer parts, and everything. And you see, those bottom shelves have been empty for quite some time there. And a lot of Best Buy locations currently look like this. And if you go to a sales associate, they'll say you have to order it online. Well, hello, I'm standing in the store trying to make a purchase. They don't have any new Xboxes. They don't have any new PlayStations. They don't have any new receivers. They're typically out of, these are the Samsung T7s over here on the right side. Typically, I bought a Samsung T5. This is probably the most predominant thing they have in there as far when I go take a look at Best Buy. But as you can see, they're really bare. You see, there's no motherboards right here. Most of the EVGA stuff is all gone. But this is the excuse they're trying to paint for you while their retail stuff looks view to see what's going on in the community. Check out your local Best Buys, because I can pretty much tell you that, for the most part, a lot of these retailers were hurting. If you guys go back and watch my fries video and what I said even about Micro Center just several days ago, this is something that's to be expected. I mean, don't be surprised if you obviously see Best Buy closing stores and if they start waving the white flag that they're going out of business. They have a lot of locations. They have a lot of inventory. They have margins to meet. First off, they've never appropriately hired the right employees. And I'm not talking about everybody, but I'm talking about the knowledgeable employees who love to build computers. Now, keep in mind, Best Buy, this section of Best Buy, like high-end video cards, motherboards and stuff, and they slowly started to pick up on a lot of the business that Fry's was losing. I know Fry's was really a weird situation because they were stocked in 2019, and then all of a sudden later part of 2019, they really started to hurt. And so that one kind of snuck up on everybody. But yeah, Best Buy isn't typically known for carrying this kind of stuff. And then now all of a sudden, people have, because every time I'm in the store, there are other people there looking to Best Buys. But the excuse they're giving everybody is just totally full of it, because with their inventory and their margins, they have enough inventory to stock the stores in terms of everything that they do and everything that they offer. They have a nice layout. But again, keep in mind, they picked up a lot of the business that Fry's started to lose. People have money. I could tell you Fry's is constantly busy. You know what? I'm not even going to tell you. I'm going to show you. Because the last time I was at Fry's, which was just a few days ago, let's see here. I'm looking for my videos. I have a lot of stuff that I've personally recorded for a long time, but never fully uploaded. So here is this Fry's right here? So I think this is Fry's Saturday night when I went to go get that arcade unit. So there's a line, I think, over here. Let me see if this is it. That they haven't gotten any inventory in the Best Buys, but just trying to give you guys an overall look as to what people have money. And this is Saturday evening. Kind of fast forward that a little bit. Associate helping me here. They're out spending money. This is an entire excuse of everything going on with Best Buy. But you see these things happening before it actually happens. This is not, oh my God, like they, something is just happening immediately. No, I saw this happening last year. And you have you don't want your customers coming into a store or you're telling them to go somewhere else. Yeah, so this is what you're experiencing. This is why even when I was at Best Buy and the guy was like, "Yeah, sorry, we don't have it in stock. We have to order it." And I told the lady, I said, "Hey, Best Buy is just a few hours up the road. I mean, not Best Buy, but Micro Center is just a few hours up the road." And Micro Center was labeled as essential, which is why I was still buying PC parts last year. I believe that was May or June. I have a few computer bills and upgrades I haven't posted, but let me see if I can find that while you guys are waiting. See if I can find that. See, that would have been May of last year of 2020. Just want you guys to get an overall perspective of what's going on here. No. But yeah, this is, oh, you know what? In fact, that's when I was hanging out with Bobby. When we were at the store hanging out all that time. If you guys know who Bobby is, Mods to Die For. So here's one video. We're hanging out here. We're waiting in line. He's buying some PC parts and stuff. But mind you, Bobby's here to pick up his. So this is a line. We're standing in the store. He's buying some arcade parts right there. And you can see these long lines here when you can't order product. Let me fast forward this over here. Have another video I can show you. This one I think is 7 minutes long. So they're busy. But all in all, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. What's going on, Kong? Nice for you. My name and on a first, and they make up the, they hire the wrong stocked in the store, and that they have customers there. You can ask them here. I'll get 5 Let's come pick it up. No, let's ask them. He'll grab it for you. You get a number of customers who are begging and looking to buy a product, and I think that's where they're really hurting right now. I think that's the truth and the real honor to get. I know they told me any Xboxers or like, well, when are you guys going to get those fully stocked, which is pretty sad. Game Room Solutions at the store section there. But yeah, so all their employees are all knowledgeable here. Again, I have encouraged Micro Center to maybe expand into some other areas, and from my let you guys know what's going on with Best Buy is that they have laid off a number of employees, that they are closing stores, but this could have been foreseen many months ago. I'm sure they're going to take a huge hit right now on the stock market, which is really unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. That's just the way business is, guys. But again, this thing's down. So don't be surprised when they start closing down some additional stores. I don't believe this whole online thing. I mean, there are a number of people that still prefer brick and mortar. Now, it really sucks because I know in a lot of rural areas, this is your only place to go because obviously Walmart doesn't stock motherboards and video cards for the most part. I mean, I know they sell some stuff online, but as far as your go-to place, this is your brick and mortar. And right now they're slowly being